Now, what are some of the major differences between MS in Canada and MS in US? So, let's discuss now. You have for MS in US the major I'd say limitation is that when you are working as a student, now you'll try to recover your living expenses or some kind of you will look for some work to recover the expenses. Okay, now for US what thing is happening is for US it is like it's restricted to on campus job. Okay, now with Canada it is not restricted to on campus job. You can work in on campus, you can work in off campus also. Okay, now there is limitation in the nature of work. It's not that you can do everything under the universe. Okay, but generally you can do all kinds of work, and this is good thing because there will not be shortage of opportunity, because in the campus jobs you will find that other international students are also vying for the same positions, and there is always a crowd. Okay, unless the university is big and positions are not sufficient, people have to wait for for summer and summer semesters and vacations, winter vacation, to get into positions in US universities. So definitely a big positive for Canadian university that you can work anywhere. Okay, you can apply for the city job postings, and like for example you can work in bakery, you can work in the other kinds of shops, and in Walmarts, and any kind of work you can do it. Okay, so that is one of the um, mm, differences, and few other differences is that in Canada you'll be having your work permit. Okay, it's not work permit, it's actually the study permit. So you start with study permit. In study permit you have authorization to work, okay, inside and outside. So you first get your study permit, and then from study permit getting the postgraduate work permit, PGWP. This is the work permit. Okay, excuse me. So the postgraduate work permit. Now now this is not very difficult again. Okay, work permit you can get it. For work permit you need some they also have some organization like LMIA. Okay, labor organization. Now they need to certify that the job that you are going to do with a particular employer is special one, that like they don't have any, they are not getting any Canadian citizen to get to work. So in those kind of jobs the LMIA will approve it, and then you are applying it. Okay, and your and you'll get your work permit. Okay, now from study permit you'll get your postgraduate work permit. Now after doing this uh, you can keep on extending the work permit. Okay, if you want to just earn some money you can keep on extending it, or anytime you can apply for the express entry system, the PR, permanent residency. Okay, Canadian PR. Just a second. At any point you can apply, and it's not very time taking. Okay, there is for express entry they have like few requirements, like you have work experience. Even the Canadian PR, you can apply it without even studying at Canadian university. Okay, from India, you can directly apply it. But the thing is that for the express entry scheme, they have points. Okay, so one who has studied in Canadian university will be having higher points than one who is applying from abroad. Okay, so if you finish your higher education in Canadian university, you stand a good chance. And like given all other conditions are satisfied, like your IELTS score and communication and everything, and your percentages and all those things, okay, performance, if you are doing that and your job line is also perfect, then you can get the Canadian PR. So there is not much delay. Okay, and typically like they require 1 year of work experience for PR. They need it. Okay, so after your study permit, you can work for 1 year in Canada, and then you will be all automatically eligible for Canadian PR. Okay, and then there are various cycles for this express entry scheme, and you can get it. So it's relatively easy, and it becomes even more easier when you have this work permit you have. So this labor certified, you have, you are doing the work, then the PR getting is relatively very easy. Okay, so this is one of the, I have described you for Canada. And for US, you know already how complicated it becomes and how lengthy it becomes. Okay, for US you can't work on campus. Okay, then you will be like you will have OPT. Okay, now if you have not got any, you will be doing OPT, F1 OPT. Okay, after your college you will be having F1 OPT for a few years, and then your if your employer wishes it, the employer can apply for your H1 visa. Okay, now with H1 also you can then keep on trying. Okay, now you can keep on trying for your green card. And so you cannot renew H1s also, because this is actually in the hands of the employer. So it's a little bit trickier here. And green card, so the basic idea is that the waiting time is more here, much more. And and it's like that. But on the plus side, we have like US has a lot of job opportunities. And typically what happens, I'm telling, in Canada, I what I'm hearing is that people don't get exclude the top 3 universities. Okay, if you exclude the top 3 universities, for the rest you might not get the job that you have studied in the university. Okay, because that's why they have given the freedom to do any kind of job. Okay, so that's one of the problem. People have studied something, they end up doing something, some business or some shop or some Walmart kind of business manager, store manager. Okay, so they end up doing something else, or entrepreneurship. Okay, so that's somewhere good, that's in a way good. Okay, so this is the problem, persistent problem of Canada. And for US, there is no shortage of opportunity for US, whether you are electrical engineer, whether you are mechanical engineer. But yeah, the trend now, it's not favoring the mechanical engineers. Okay, let's say you are electrical engineer or communication engineer, you have embedded systems, software engineering, MIS. There is no there is no limit in opportunities here in US. Okay, so and your Indian experience will count in US, but Indian experience will not count in Canada for work. Okay, for anything. So these are some of the differences quickly I could think of. Another thing I forgot to mention is your while you are applying, there is another difference. Minor difference is that when you are applying for your study permit, okay, study permit, and like at the university level when you are applying for the very fast permit, okay, the thing is you have to undergo medical tests in your country. You'll be undergoing medical test, okay, of yourself, and then this is a full body checkup and all kinds of medical tests, and that you need to submit for Canadian universities. Okay, when you are applying for your work permit, okay, or your study permit, okay, and when you are applying for your Canadian PR, then even if your parents are not coming with you, or you will have to submit your entire family medical test reports. Okay, so basically the Canadian system, they are very cautious about cautious about diseases the immigrants might bring to their country. So at each step you will find this thing. This is kind of a nuisance, okay, but they require it. It's their system, okay. So medical test you have to undergo in big hospitals, and registered registered hospitals for doing that, those who are permitted to do that from the Canadian embassy, or they will mention it. So you need to undergo for study permit and work permit. I think you only need to undergo the test, okay. But for PR, your entire family has to undergo the medical test, even if they are not going there, okay. Only you are applying for your PR. So this is one of the minor differences that came to me. That's it.